So today I'm going to rebuild the Washington Nationals. So today I'm going to rebuild the Washington Nationals in a realistic manner. And oh, I'm dreading it because man, this team is bad. So of course, if you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoy the content. And of course, in the comment section today, I want you to tell me, does this man right here, Juan Soto, stay with the team? His contract expires in a couple years, and there's already been rumors that he's turned down a crazy offer. I really don't know. I'm kind of torn on this one. Let me know what you guys think down below. So of course, with the Nationals, I think a big issue is Patrick Corbin kind of sucked after you gave him that crazy contract. Rendon left, and then of course Strasburg has just been an injury machine the last couple of years. And the big thing right here, and this might turn people off from this rebuild, but the thing is, I honestly think Steven Strasburg's career is pretty close to an end. On top of that, the contract's pretty big. And I honestly think the Nationals' best option is hope that he retires or find some way to settle on a contract buyout, because currently out with a rib injury, which is definitely connected to his thoracic outlet syndrome, which is an injury that has to do with like your rib and collarbone, like the nerves in that area. And a lot of pitchers don't return to like anywhere near what they used to be when they suffer from this injury. You're looking at Chris Archer, Trevor Rosenthal, Matt Harvey. There's been so many different pitchers, and the big issue with them is a lot of lingering injuries, a lot of new injuries that kind of come up from this. And then on top of that, they just can't pitch as much as they used to. And the big issue here is you're not going to pay a reliever $35 million a year. You're just not going to do it. So I think the big thing is either restructure the contract or buy him out. And for this rebuild, I'm buying him out. And the only reason, or the only way we could do that, is release him. So that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to pay 26 mil this year, 13 mil next year, 6.5 the year after. And I'm okay with that. The thing with Patrick Corbin, no team's going to take him unless we attach like our #1 prospect. And I don't plan on sending Brady House, Josiah Gray, Keibert Ruiz, like any good young player that we have. I'm not sending him out with Patrick Corbin. So I think we're just going to have to eat this contract and hope he's like at least serviceable. And then when you look at the rest of the team, there's a lot of older guys. Will Harris, I believe, is currently out with thoracic outlet syndrome injuries. You got Tyler Clippard, who's currently pitching in the minor leagues, and a couple others. But when you look at the team as a whole, it's definitely worthy of one of the worst in baseball. It's just not good. I think the two bright spots in the team right now are Juan Soto and Josh Bell. So with that in mind, let's get to the draft. Let's see how this goes. And then honestly, I'll probably just see you guys at the end of the year. All right, so we're at the deadline. And yeah, I mean, when you look at the team, yeah, it's bad. It's just bad. You know, Keibert Ruiz at catcher potentially could be okay. You've got Luis Garcia at third, second, short, wherever he ends up. And then you got Juan Soto, and then possibly able to keep Josh Bell. I don't really know. I feel like with how he's doing so well this year, I feel like you got to cash in on him. And then when you look at the rest of the team, yeah, is Josiah Gray going to be good? Can Joe Ross come back and at least give you some sort of innings and help you out? It's going to be tough to figure out what to do with this team. I know there's a couple prospects to look forward to. I didn't really talk about it too much, but you got Cade Cavalli, like I said, Josiah Gray, and then a couple other youngsters. I think the big one everybody's going to be talking about is, of course, Brady House. But at 18, you're still looking at a few years out. So, I mean, I don't really know what to do here. Like this is the tough part, because like I feel like I need to cash in on some of these guys. One of those guys is going to be Sean Doolittle, who's currently doing fantastic, and the Cubs are in first place. So I'm actually going to go to the Cubs here, and I'm going to take a player that recently got sent down to the minors in Sean Newcomb. And I know you guys are probably like, that's a stupid move. It's like the best I can get. I mean, like I could try to get Daniel Norris, I could try to get Gesellman, and oh, I can actually get both, but I feel like that's not really realistic. There's no way a guy like Sean Doolittle is going to be getting, you know, you're probably getting a 1-for-1 in terms of relievers, especially Sean Doolittle. Like it's just the way that is. So I think I guess all three of these guys are possibilities. Who do I think is going to be better? I feel like Norris is probably the most realistic, but he's also not pitching in the majors, which is kind of crazy that they're using Newcomb over Norris. But if Norris is in the minors, I feel like Newcomb's more realistic. So Doolittle for Newcomb straight up. And then the other guy that I want to trade is someone that I'm not even using. It's Tyler Clippard. I think I'm just gonna let Will Harris chill in the minors. There's no point. Tyler Clippard doesn't really get me much either, but I'm gonna find another team that's looking for relievers, and I forgot who it was. I think the Diamondbacks are like kind of in the wild card, which was kind of crazy. They are 2.5 games out, and they're looking for a pitcher. Let's just send them Tyler Clippard back. Like let's just do that. Again, I'm just gonna find a low-rated reliever that I can pick up. So probably somewhere in like this range. What about Gilbert, no hitter, and then is back in the minors. Let's go Keenan Middleton. We'll take him. And then the only other player that I feel like realistically has to go, Josh Bell. Like I've looked at the rest of the team. No one else is going to get any sort of trade value or have any sort of trade value. So I think the best option is just to trade Josh Bell. He actually hasn't had that crazy of a season. So like I doubt I can really get that much for him, but I should cash in. So what team needs a first baseman? The Astros. What could I get from the Astros? Like I don't even know if there's anything that I could get from the Astros that would make sense. Like a first base rental. I don't know. I just feel like that's not a team that's really going to give me much. The Tigers are actually not too far out, but they've got Torkelson and Cabrera, so I guess they could try to bring him in. And the only other team, the Rays. I'd be interested in something from the Rays for sure, but who? How's Paredes doing? In real life, he's kind of like popping off, but I doubt he's going to do well here. And just realistically, what could I get? Ooh, I don't know. Maybe a pitcher? I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna see what other teams need a first baseman. All right, so realistically, the only two options that I currently have are the Astros, and I don't necessarily know if Forrest Whitley would be a realistic target, a player that's coming back from injury. So I don't really know if I would even want him if this was a realistic rebuild. Constant injuries is Forrest Whitley at 24 years old. I just, the only other option that I've really seen is we can go to the Cubs, but at the same time, I've already dealt with the Cubs. I don't really want to continue to like raid their farm system. You know, they did offer me James Triantos, but I don't think that's a realistic target, and I don't really know who else I would go for. Jackson Frazier, maybe. That's another one where like I'm just not 100% sold on like who I could get. And then the only other option here currently, the Padres are looking for a first baseman, and a player that's always thrown around in trade rumors is Eric Hosmer, and it's because they want to get rid of his contract. And the way that we could do that is take his contract and then trade for a prospect, because that would be the thing, and then we'd have to attach something to kind of sweeten the deal a little bit. I don't really know who I would attach to sweeten the deal a little bit, because I don't really have anything to really sweeten the deal. I don't have that. I can make a deal worse, but I can't really make a deal better. So again, it just really comes down to like I don't really have much to offer, and I feel like the best I could probably get out of this trade is Morejon, which I kind of feel scummy about it, but I'm taking on this Hosmer contract for the next 4 years. I feel like this maybe I don't really know who else I could get. That's really what it comes down to. Or I keep Josh Bell. I don't really know what I would do here. I feel like Josh Bell's keeping him is probably the better option, because then moving forward, we'd have Bell, we'd have Soto, and then we can maybe start to build around it with the idea that Brady House could potentially come up by season 3, season 4, and then center field's still a big question mark, left field's still a big question mark. I mean, is it really worth keeping Josh Bell, or is it worth taking the chance? I'm a trade for Eric Hosmer. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pull the trigger. I feel like that's the move. And the reason it's just the move. I'm gonna take Morejon. It gives me a young pitcher for the future. I'm gonna give him Cruz. That's really the only thing I can offer that would have some sort of value to make this deal possible. Boom. There it is. Eric Hosmer is now Washington National. All right, and I know you guys are probably thinking, you've got Strasburg, you brought in Eric Hosmer. What are you doing? Yeah, it does look bad. It does look really bad. It does. I know. But hear me out. I don't have to worry about first base for the next couple of years. He's going to give me okay numbers, right? We also could still technically go out and get Josh Bell, make him the DH, and keep him for the next couple seasons. And I wouldn't hate that. Like, it's not a bad idea. The big question mark for me is, what am I going to do for the rest of the team? Because holy cow, it's bad. Like, I This is gross. This is terrible. I have so much work to do here. Let's just get, oh, let me show you the draft and then we'll finish off the year. Jermaine Gill. This is actually kind of helpful because now I don't have to worry about as left field as much. He's probably coming up around the same time Brady House is. We've got this guy who has like 78 potential. He looks okay. This guy, 78 potential as well. He looks like all he hits is dingers. I'm all in. This guy looks pretty good too. Andres Santana, pitcher, 88 potential. I'm all in. This is actually pretty solid. Realistically, he looks like a fantastic bullpen arm. 66 or 62 stamina, 100% a bullpen arm. And then don't worry about the rest. They suck. So yeah, that's season 1. Let's finish it off. All right, so 60 and 102. Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah. Awards. Schwarber MVP. Okay. Aaron Judge, you've got Shohei and Nola as the Cy Young winners. Matt Olson and Aaron Judge, batting title. Okay. Raisel Iglesias, Chris Martin, reliever of the year, and then Seiya Suzuki along with Spencer Torkelson, who are your rookies of the year. So that's about it. I'm not even going to look where we rank as a team because I already know it's towards the bottom for every single category. Who can I rely on next year? Espino at 35 years old? Probably not. Probably not. Will I try it? Maybe. Next up, probably not. That doesn't look good. Ian Middleton doesn't look solid. Steve Cishek, Sean Newcomb, potentially. We might have a lefty arm, maybe. And then the rest of the team, maybe Tanner Rainey, but outside of that, it's not looking fantastic. And then when you look at the starters, yeah, it's not great. It's not great. The one thing that we can look forward to next year is Joe Ross is coming back. I just had him in AAA for the whole year because in real life, he does have, he's out for the year with Tommy John. So with that being said, what do we have offensively? Probably nothing, to be honest. Maybe Lane Thomas, but the only thing is he hits lefties really well, so we only have him versus lefties. Outside of that, it doesn't look too promising, like at all. I can't bring back Alcides Escobar. Soto's definitely gonna stay. That's like really the only certainty that I have. Like that's really about it. Like everything else looks so bad. What about Victor Robles? Oh boy. All right. Yeah. Season's over. Okay, cool. Who wins the World Series? The Dodgers defeat the Angels. There's no way the Angels make the postseason this year. They're gonna need the biggest of miracles ever. All right. Cano retires, makes the Hall of Fame. Not happening. Okay. What do we do here? Who can we keep? I'm willing to give Avilan a season. Just 1 year though. That's it. Just one season. If I can get it for $1 million, even better. Who else? Anybody else? I don't think so. I can't do it. Maybe, probably not though. Okay, so what do we do with this team, man? This is gonna be crazy. Okay, so I gotta add Joe Ross because apparently he's not on the 40 man, right? So we've got him. Realistically, this guy is a reliever. He just is. So let's make him a reliever now. Boom, let's get that done. That's our long reliever sorted for the future. Looking at this, I mean, we have guaranteed Joe Ross, Patrick Corbin, Josiah Gray. That's really about it in terms of pitchers. Outside of that, I don't really know for the starters. I feel like we're gonna have to change some things up. Cade Cavalli, I think he's 24. I guess we throw him maybe like half a season in AAA and then call him up. I realistically should have had him in AAA last year, but let's have him start AAA and then we'll call him up. Like just screw it. He's in the majors. We're just gonna make the jump. Pretend he was in AAA last year. There's that. Morihone probably should get called up too. So actually, we might not need starters. We're probably gonna be bad, but we might not need starters. What's more? Yeah, okay. I can work with that rotation until Patrick Corbin's gone. That's 2 more seasons, and then we spend money on a big ace. So realistically, let's just kind of fill a couple places with the bullpen. Those are super cheap options. I'm not looking to spend money here. I'm not looking to make crazy trades because it's supposed to be realistic. So let me just change the lineup a little bit, sign a couple guys, and I'll see you guys for next season. All right, let's get into season 2. And of course, I'm going to offer Soto a contract. There's no reason not to. He's got to stay with the team. Boom. Everybody else, I don't care about. Do I have the roster down to 26? I do. I am going to have to sign a couple players to fill out the roster, so let me do that, but I had to show you that extension for sure. All right, so here's the team. I'm going to just show you it depth chart-wise. Obviously, Soto's in right. I signed Jake Cave along with Corey Dickerson. Basically, what I did was I waited until right before arbitration, and I was like, all right, who is available? That's really what I did. I just kind of left it and waited for the scraps, and then I fed on those. So this is what we've got. Yeah, this is the team. It is not ideal at all. Like, it looks rough. There was one marquee signing, and I don't even know if I can really call it a marquee signing. So let me back out real quick. Let me get back to it. So obviously all these guys I just signed to fill out the roster. We have Franchi Cordero though. I brought him in. He's in AAA right now. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Who else do we have? We've got Willy Calhoun. He was chilling there. I thought, you know what, let's give him a shot. He could be someone that could potentially either help us out at DH or something. We'll have to wait and see. Anderson Tejeda, I just brought him in to fill out a spot on the roster. Ben DeLuzio, same thing. We've got Jake Cave. Honestly, was the most recent pickup that I did. He was sitting there. And I thought, you know what? Probably going to be better than Victor Robles. So let's do that. San Diaz through the Rule 5 draft. I thought, you know what? Second base, third base. Why not give him a shot? Let's see what happens. Next up, Casey Golden. And if you know about Casey Golden, holy cow, this guy was absolutely insane in the Rule 5 draft video. If you missed that, go check it out. This guy was unbelievable. The craziest pickup I've ever had in the Rule 5 draft. It was insane. And this was our marquee signing, Zach Eflin. I got him on a 3-year deal, $16 million. The top team that was in him, or not in him, whoa, that was in for him was the Oakland Athletics, and the Oakland Athletics were the only team that were worse than us this last year. So I thought if they're going for him, I can go for him, and so that's why I picked him up. I thought as a pitcher that can help us out, kind of help that rotation a little bit. Perfect. And then I got Machin. There he is. That's the guy. So this is what we got going. So the team kind of looks like this. Yeah, Josh Bell's back. I gave him a 3-year deal. I forgot to mention that. I guess he's the marquee signing. Kind of missed that part. He's on the team again. So yeah, this is the team. Jose Iglesias as well. You can kind of see what's going on here. I missed a couple signings. Yeah. But yeah, this is the team. It's not great. It really isn't. It might surprise a lot of people, but like, I don't know. It really was just who was available right before arbitration, and I snagged him up. I think the only guy that I signed kind of early was Corey Dickerson, and I thought, you know what? That's the guy I'm flipping at the deadline. Other than that, like it really is just kind of like waiting to see what would happen. Oh yeah, Patrick Corbin's gonna close. If I'm paying him this kind of money and he's not gonna be my starter, he's my closer. That's really what's going on here. So yeah, that's the team. This is what we've got going on. This is what we've got going on. We'll see what happens. I'm intrigued to see what happens. It'll be interesting. That's all I gotta say. It's gonna be interesting. So let's see what happens. Okay, so I'm looking at this team and we're going 52 and 56, and I go, wow, we're really far out in the division. And then I was looking at the standings because I was trying to see what teams were available for me to trade with. I looked at the wild card. We're only 8.5 games out, and I don't necessarily want to try to like trade players and try to push for the postseason, but I would like to actually find players that would improve the team next year. So I'm kind of looking for fringe MLB guys because for some reason we're not too far out of the playoffs. Dickerson is definitely a player I want to get rid of. I'll keep Hosmer, I'll keep Soto, I'll keep Josh Bell. Jake Cave is probably another one that I'm gonna cash in on because he's having an unbelievable year, and he's not gonna do this again. He's just not. He's not even progressing at all. I gotta take advantage of that. Everybody else I think is kind of bad. I think San Diaz has cooled off a lot. Holy cow. Okay. So that's something I got to keep in mind. Machin, I think I'm just going to keep as a bench bat because he's kind of insane. And then I'm trying to see like who else I can try to cash in on. Doesn't really look like too many other players. So I think I'm going to leave it there. Pitching's been terrible besides Zach Eflin. Holy cow. It's been pretty bad. It's been bad. It's been bad. So yeah, but yeah, like let's see what's available. There's actually a couple good players that I'd be interested in. Moncada being the main one. But obviously I don't want to do that. To get to Sans here, no. Barnhart, Sosa, Solak. What's he doing? Not great. Okay. I gotta find something, right? The thing is, like, I obviously got to send the players to playoff teams. So standings wise, we've got like the Angels, the Astros, the Rays, the Rangers. Okay, so Angels, Astros, Rays, Rangers. We can go Mariners, we can go White Sox, we can go Blue Jays, Twins too. Okay, so like half the teams in the AL. Okay, I've got a couple ideas of like players we can snag up. So I think I'm gonna look around, see what kind of trades we can get. Dickerson's probably the main one that I'm gonna try to get rid of first, just because we've also got this guy who looks absolutely insane. I just recently moved him up to AAA, as you can see. It's been okay. So he's a guy that probably gonna wait a little bit more. But yeah, let's get rid of Dickerson. All right, so the White Sox are looking for a left fielder and a shortstop. Were the White Sox in first place in their division? No, were they? They were. Okay, so they're looking for exactly kind of what we have, a left fielder, but they're actually looking for a right fielder. But I'm just gonna give them Iglesias and Dickerson, and I'm gonna take two relievers that they're not using. I know Matt Foster's being used in real life, and I'm pretty sure Jose Rios is as well, or Ruiz is as well, but they're not using them here. So I'm going to take advantage of that. Two relievers that they're not using at all. And I looked lower, but I felt like, let's get these guys. If they're not using them, I feel like they'd be trade pieces that would be available. So I'm going to take those guys. I need bullpen anyways, so I'm perfectly happy trading for bullpen. So I forgot who else I said I wanted to trade. I think that was it. I think that was kind of it. I feel like we don't really, I mean, Eflin, but I gave him a multi-year deal, so like that doesn't make sense to do. Oh, Jake Cave. I got stupid offers for him, like way too many good offers. Like, let's see if I can find one really quick for you guys, just to kind of show you like some decent relievers. Like you can see Peter Fairbanks' B potential, Chirinos' B potential. Did I just get? I got two Kikuchi offers. So there's that. Chafin's an opportunity I can get. Stallmont's B potential. Alcala is a crazy offer. That's insane. Who else? Let's see. Kevin. Nah, I'm not worried about that one. There was somebody else. Oh, Brett Martin's B potential, mid 70s. Solak, I could get him. We've got Dansby Swanson. I'm telling you, Jake Cave right now has stupid potential. Jordan Holloway has a potential. Like, you see that? Like, I'm getting too many good offers for Jake Cave. So I'm gonna keep it a little bit realistic here. I think who needs, out of the teams we were looking at, who needs a center fielder? I was kind of hoping the Cardinals did, because I kind of want one of the relievers. Is any team in the market that's in the postseason hunt? The Marlins. I remember the Marlins are possibly like a wild card spot. Yeah, 2.5 games out. I might go to the Marlins. I think the Marlins make the most sense. Keep it in the division. I know, kind of dumb, but if I can get somebody from the Marlins, I'm in. Who would I want though? How's he doing? Pretty decent. They were offering me Holloway. I just feel like that's a little bit too good to take. Is there anything here? One of their pitchers is definitely off the market, so I feel like, oh man, I feel like it just doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. The Braves, are the Braves in first place? They need a center fielder. How do they need a center fielder? That's crazy. The Astros, the Rays, the Rangers. The Rangers. Do they need a center fielder? That'd be nice. They don't. But I don't know. I'm gonna find a trade though. Ooh, okay. Are they using Abreu? They're not. I'd be interested in him. Let's see, who else is a possibility? The Rays need an outfielder. I'd be interested in the Rays. Okay, let's make a deal with the Rays. What do we got going on here? What can you offer me? They're using him. Who are they not using? So they're not using Jalen Beeks. I don't really know if I want that, but I feel like that makes the most sense out of the possible options. So I feel like this is gonna be way heavily favored in their direction, but I feel like a guy that has one good season for a reliever, it's not that bad. I guess I could throw in like a really low end guy that's like someone down here, like C potential. Let's see here. So him, Like, I know all these guys are high prospects. I know Shenton's supposed to be okay, but I guess I could take him. How's Paredes doing? Terrible. Oh, Aranda just got called up in real life. I think I might just maybe take another reliever. I feel like those are probably the best bets. Like, just take what I can get, or like a C potential pitcher, and see what I can get here. Let's go. Let's just take him. Can't get him. What about him? Anybody? I'm gonna take RJ Dabovich from the Giants for Jake Cave. I think Dabovich has he made his debut in real life? I feel like I've heard that name. Maybe. It's not important. He's not being used here. He was only being used in AAA, so I'm gonna pick him up. So with that in mind, pitching's been terrible. I've got way too many pitchers anyways. I'm gonna clean it up. You saw the moves. You saw what's going on. I'm gonna finish off the year. Hopefully that helps us out a little bit for the future. I feel like the bullpen was a big issue on top of starters, pitching in general. So I feel like that should at least kind of help us out, especially with the players we gave away. I feel like we got some pretty decent players in return. All right, so season's over, 75 and 87. So there's improvements. I mean, what, 15 games, 17 games? I mean, that's better. 15 games. So yeah, we finished last in the division. That's perfectly fine. I know we're not worse than baseball. We are, yeah, we're kind of in the middle. And then when we take a look at the other side of the league, yeah, we're like right in the middle of everything. Team rankings wise, like, I have a feeling 6th in batting average. Okay. Runs, I can't believe we're gonna be that high. 13th. Okay, so hits 5th. So we're just not bringing in runs, and I doubt we have that high of home runs either. 13th. So we're right around the middle of the pack. It's just, yeah, we're right there. I just have a feeling pitching definitely our downfall. Yeah, I feel like we're probably gonna be down here. Yeah, 28th. We're gonna allow probably a lot of hits, the most hits in baseball, the most runs in baseball. So yeah, that's the big issue. The hitting. Nope. The allowing of hits. That is the worst. So Acuna's the MVP along with Muncy. You got Manoah and DeGrom as the Cy Young winners. Castellanos, J-Ram, batting title. Okay, I don't think I've seen our name thrown in this at all. So that's disappointing. Okay, so yeah, we know we're not a good team. We definitely need some help indeed. So wow, this got shuffled up a lot. Wait a second, who are we missing? Josiah Gray got sent down to AA. Dang. Okay, I was like, oh, and so did Patrick Corbin. Oh, good lord. All right, so Josiah Gray, Patrick Corbin sent down to AA. Patrick Corbin, yeah, 10 blown saves. Not ideal. We've got one more year on his contract. We just got to get through that. Josiah Gray, again, not great. Hopefully he can, pick things up. Looking at Eflin, he was pretty solid. Love to see that. Joe Ross potential went down. That is unfortunate because I was considering bringing him back, but now I feel like maybe we spend a little bit of money, like kind of like a Zach Eflin type deal, around 15 mil to kind of solidify that rotation a little bit, because we have Josiah Gray, we'll have Morejon, and then we'll have Cavalli. I think that 2 spots open, or that 8 spots open, we can spend some money there. And then looking at the rest of the bullpen and everything, like, we have a couple arms that are okay, but I feel like we definitely need to elevate this team, right? Like, we definitely need to take it to the next level, because this team it's bad pitching wise. And like, if you look at who we have down here, I forgot to show you our draft picks, so I'll do that in a sec once we get to the off season. So we do have Gray, we do have Lara, and then we have a couple other picks that went really well. So I'll show you those too. Offensively, Carter Keyboom came up, kind of what he does. Lane Thomas kills it versus lefties. That on-base percentage is really nice to see. AC Golden was like not bad. I mean, I can work with that for sure. He's only in versus lefties. And then Riley Adams is our catcher. So taking a look at everything else, honestly not bad. Okay, that's pretty good. That's not great. That's not what I was looking for. What do we have? 2 more years of this? Gross. Soto was great. Josh Bell, I'll definitely take that. Better. Okay. And then looking at the rest, we definitely need to take it up a notch. Just in general, everything needs to go up. Everything just needs to get better. So World Series, the Angels this time, so they end up winning the World Series with Ohtani hitting free agency. Good for them. I'm definitely picking up this option. I am not going to pick this up. Willy Calhoun. Oh, yeah. And Hunter Harvey, I'll pick that up as well. I'm going to decline this, and let's get into the offseason. So I need to show you our draft picks. So we have Soto signed, obviously not a draft pick, but Derek Gamble. I was looking for a pitcher. We had the 2nd overall pick. That is, oh yes. We also got Juan Chavez, Diego Brito, and then Brian Cordova. So we actually had a really good draft. Derek Gamble being the best pick we could have gotten. Exactly what we needed. Definitely a guy towards the end of the rebuild that we're going to be looking forward to. So I'm going to fix this. We clearly don't have a lot of money, so let's just be cheap. All right, so season 3, I've made a couple changes to the team. I'll show you here in a second. You guys can kind of see some of the names we've picked up here. We've got Herman Marquez. I picked him up on a 3-year deal. I thought, you know what? This is probably about the time where I want to start adding a couple more players to the team. I don't want to full send it and say we're going to try to compete immediately, but I feel like at season 3, we've started to slowly add pieces here and there. I feel like we could go out and get another pitcher to add to this rotation. And I felt like a 3-year deal is safe enough. And then I also brought in, we get to shortstop here, Paul DeYoung on a 1-year deal, essentially just a placeholder until Freddie House can get called up. And then on top of that, I brought in Brian Anderson, 1-year deal. He was decent the last couple seasons. Yes, the average is low, but the on-base percentage is pretty good. So I just want to see what happens. That's really what it is. I'm trying to find guys to see how they do. And then I'm really just trying to figure it out until next year when I can have Jermaine Gill in the team. I can have Brady House in the team. I can possibly find a new third baseman. That could be a big name free agent pickup. You can see the pitching looks pretty strong as well with Marquez, Eflin, Cavalli, Derek Gamble. Yeah. Soto, of course. Luis Garcia doesn't look too bad. Josh Bell doesn't look too bad. The bullpen looks really strong. We have 2 Andres Santana for some reason. It's the same player. They just put him there twice. But as you can see, like we're starting to build around it, and it kind of helps knowing that we've got, you know, a couple big name prospects coming up. So that's what I've been trying to build this team around, just slowly building up until we can really full send it. So shortstop's going to be taken care of. Left field's going to be taken care of. First base DH is still a little bit of a question mark. I don't know if Josh Bell or Hosmer is going to be like suitable, like they can get the job done. But right field's covered. Center field's still a little bit of a question mark. We'll have to wait and see. Like I feel like 1 or 2 offensive bats really take this team to the next level. And then once we get this pitching sorted, I think we're pretty good. I'm going to call up this guy. He's in the team this year. You guys can kind of see what's been going on here. So let's see what happens. I think that was in terms of moves that I made. I feel like I kind of told you everything that happened. Let me double check, make sure I told you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all of them. You know, I kind of covered everything. So there it is. That's season 3. Let's finish it off. All right, so I wasn't actually gonna trade Robles. I was just gonna let him walk in free agency because he's been like the biggest bust known to man. And like last year, he wasn't terrible. Like honestly, that's like a career year for him. Yeah, that's basically a career year for him. The thing is, like, he's just not good. That's just what it comes down to. It is what it is. The Dodgers offered me this trade. Like, this guy's not going to be good for the future. Like, honestly, I could probably get maybe a year or 2 out of him, but he could be a good bench bat. And sure, I'm gonna take that deal. We're now at the deadline. We're 52 and 58. I've noticed offensively we're pretty bad. Like that's what it is. We're bad offensively. So yeah, that's the big issue this year. You guys can kind of see we're just no one's doing well besides Soto and Hosmer. Lane Thomas is doing really well versus lefties, which is awesome to see. Love to see that. But outside of that, it's bad. It's really, really bad. So yeah, I don't really want to call these guys up yet, just because, like, yes, they're doing well right now, and I just don't want to rush it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I feel like if we're at this point of the year and things are going poorly, like, I'm pretty sure we're just completely out of the race, right? 18th in the division. I mean, we're actually 6 games out in the wild card. Let's see what pitching's looking like. Abe Cavalli's kind of bad. Okay. Ooh, Lara's having a great year. What about Gamble? Gamble's doing pretty well too. All right, so 78 and 84. I think that's an upgrade on what we did last year. Yeah, three game upgrade. All right, so again, I feel like we're doing a little bit better. 6th in batting average, which is awesome to see. I just feel like runs are probably a little bit low. Yeah, kind of towards the bottom half of the league. Pitching wise, I have a feeling we kind of stepped it up a little bit. Where is ERA? I mean, I'm not gonna say we're the best, but 18th ERA. Okay, what about hits allowed? 25th. Okay, so we're still allowing a lot of hits and runs as well. Okay, so yeah, kind of what I expected. Soto had the most hits in the National League, and when we take a look at awards, he finished 2nd in MVP behind Austin Riley. Jared Walsh won it on the other side. Barrios, Ian Anderson, your Cy Young winners, and then any other awards, we're not even in like the mix for anything. That's unfortunate. Okay, I think we're good now. I do. I have an idea. So Cade Cavalli, I don't know if he's gonna be a starter. It's probably Cavalli, Cade Cavalli instead of Cade Cavalli. I don't know what to do with him because like he's just gonna not be great. He's gonna be okay. I think he's gonna be my long reliever. John Newcomb's been pretty good. I don't know if he's going to continue to do well. I might give him a 1-year deal, see what happens. Same thing with Middleton. I don't trust Rainey like at all. So I don't know what to do with him. Yes, love seeing that. And then Ruiz and then Dabovich. So we could probably use with like a true closer because Matt Foster kind of fell apart at the end of the year. So what I'm thinking here is Dabovich I'm not 100% sold on. I think that was a trade that might not do well, but I'm thinking like Rainey's probably out. So it'll probably be like Newcomb, Middleton, Foster, Santana, Ruiz. I mean, maybe Santana's our closer. Can he handle that? He might be. Either way, I need a closer. I think that's something. He could also be the setup guy. He could be the closer. We'll wait and see. Like he's gonna be a closer or a setup guy. We've got the arms to do it. So essentially, Newcomb down plus add a reliever. Cavalli's here. Starters, you've got Marquez, who was absolutely great. You know, Eflin, the same thing, pretty solid. Morejon, you know what, as a 4 in the rotation, I'm okay with. Adon, yikes. But then we've also got Gamble, who needs to get called up. We've got Josiah Gray, who it's just not working out. So that's kind of a big bummer. I'm not going to lie. That is kind of a huge letdown. And then Patrick Corbin's a free agent, so I don't have to worry about his gross contract anymore. So now we've got Theo Simmons. I think he could be a decent bench bat for us. I'll probably call him up next year. Isan Diaz has not been great. Not been great at all. He's still going up. So like if I can keep him for cheap, I probably will. Super cheap contract. Might as well keep it. And then Willy Calhoun, how did he do this year? I called him up. Not great. Man, no one really did well here. Ooh, Casey's potential went up. Interesting. Okay, so now when we look at it, Lane Thomas really cooled off towards the end of the year, but still had a really good season. He was like a mid-3 average, but I'll still take that versus lefties all day. Stevenson was okay. Not great, not bad. Paul DeYoung, pretty bad. You know, Riley Adams, it's fine. We'll work with it. And then, all right, okay. Hosmer, how did we do? I'll take it. You know what? I'm not expecting big things from him, so those numbers are perfectly fine. Soto was fantastic. Love to see those. Josh Bell was pretty strong. 34 home runs. 13 stolen bases out of nowhere. Brian Anderson, not terrible. I signed him for $9 million, and it's not bad. Am I going to bring him back? I don't think so. But, like, not bad. Jermaine Gill came in and absolutely crushed it. This is probably my center fielder. I like the fielding stats. Yes, he doesn't have the fastest of speed, but I definitely think he can be a center fielder for us. Plus, the hitting stats are great. Luis Garcia, how did you do? Not great. Hate to see that. Freddie House came in. Definitely will take those numbers all day. So, love to see it. We've got that sorted. And then Keibert Ruiz still sucks. So, he's been a super big disappointment too. So, realistically, third base is a possible upgrade as well as left field. I feel like I'd be okay spending a little bit of money to upgrade those two positions. Plus, a closer? And I think that actually really takes us up like a whole level, like a proper closer. We really haven't had one throughout the entire rebuild. Remember, we used Corbin at one point, and then a left fielder and a third baseman. I feel like if we can add those 3 positions, we're actually pushing for that wild card spot. I think then we're actually pretty good. So the Padres defeat the Mariners in the World Series. Boom. Okay, so what do we do here? Eflin, I think I'm gonna take it. Yes, I see he's regressing a little bit, but might as well. He's been with the team for a couple years. Keenan Middleton, let's try to get like 1 more year. Good lord, what does Newcomb want? A 5? Good lord, 8 mil? Keenan Middleton, are we serious? Like, if I'm gonna spend that kind of money, I'm gonna spend it on someone that's like B potential, because like I don't think you're gonna improve too much more. So I'm gonna have to say no. I'm okay giving 6 to Newcomb. Hosmer, a team option. Oh, that makes things even better. I'm gonna decline it. That saves us even more money. And then do I just bring him back on like a super cheap deal? Like 4 mil to help us all off the bench? I might consider that. He's gone. KC Golden, it just didn't work out this time. It's fine. It's not a big deal. And then Patrick Corbin's out. That actually opens up so much money for us. Zach Eflin exercised his option. Perfect. He's with the team. Love to see it. And yeah, let's sort this team out now. Let me show you what I'm thinking. We actually didn't forget to show you the draft picks, and the draft this rebuild has been unbelievable. Pedro Castillo, my third baseman, probably next year. He's 23, maybe even a late call up this year. So I don't necessarily know if I want to full send it on a third baseman, because he actually looks pretty. Actually, yeah, I probably should at least sign a 1-year guy, at least, or yeah, probably. We've also got him, another starting pitcher that looks fantastic, and then Mark Roca looks pretty good as well for the future. So overall, fantastic draft throughout this rebuild, and we've got money to spend. As you can see, about 70-ish mil, and I'm looking at the team going, wow. We could definitely use a pitcher. I'm thinking something like this. We do have Cade Cavalli. Josiah Gray just really isn't working. I don't know. Maybe if I try him in the bullpen instead of like Davovich here. Newcomb hasn't signed yet. We also do have Adon. I don't know if I'm going to use him. So realistically, like if Newcomb comes back, we could talk like this again with our bullpen. Or I say, yeah, I think, what do we do here? I do think we need a starter, but at the same time, like we do have Cade Cavalli. We do have a couple other guys. So like, do I rock with these young arms once again and just spend the money on a... Yeah, I feel like spending the money on like a closer is probably the better idea. Maybe like Josiah Gray's over here, Cade Cavalli is over here, and then maybe we rock like this with the rotation. And then if we really need to, maybe try to pick up a rental at the deadline and then get a closer. And then offensively, like I said, a third baseman is definitely an area I want to improve. Left field, and then I guess first base, because Josh Bell's kind of out the door. I know Hosmer, I said I'd potentially bring him back, but we have KJ Harrison. Might as well give him a shot. So let's see what he can do off the bench. And I think we could rock with third base. So there's Muncy, JD Davis, Brian Anderson, Moncada. Ooh, Moncada. That's an interesting one. Like Correa is also interesting. Don't necessarily need a third baseman, but there are some questions about Brady House's ability to play shortstop in the majors. He's a big dude, 6'4", 215, probably a little bit higher than 215 in real life. Could you move Brady House to third and then bring in a shortstop? That's a possibility. Either way, I feel like this would be the year that the Nationals would want to spend some money. You've definitely turned this team into a contender, or at least close to it. 1 or 2 pieces with Soto locked up. You've got Gill, who looks like a brand new Soto for the future. You've got Brady House. You've got some decent pitching. I feel like it's time to spend some money. It's just, do I spend it on one player? Do I spend a couple big contracts? Let's find out. Let's go to season 4. All right, season 4, and I like this season. This was actually a pretty good year. So roster history, we've got these guys to fill out the team. We brought in, where are my signings? Chris Sale, hear me out. So one last hurrah, right? I need a pitcher, 1-year deal, one last hurrah, right? I could have gone DeGrom, I could have gone Kershaw. Those were kind of like the two like one last hurrah pitchers, and I felt like this one was probably the one that made the most sense. Kershaw was a little bit lower overall, and DeGrom, even though there are some rumors that he might go to the Braves if he does opt out of his current contract that he's in right now in real life, that's like the rumor that's going around right now in baseball. I just felt like Chris Sale, he was more attainable, and I just felt like he was the one that we could go out, convince him to join the team, and boom, there we are. Moncada, this is an interesting one too, because I saw he was available at third base. We talked about him, and the thing that really surprised me, he's only played like 80 games in the last 2 seasons. So he just wasn't being used in Houston, and I felt like we could really capitalize on that. We could give him everyday time. 12 million, like that was a steal, and that's why I didn't go after a couple of the other guys that I had. Correa, we just did a Twins rebuild. I felt like let's do somebody else. Let's use somebody else. Moncada fit that perfectly. 12 mil. I felt like that was just way too good to pass up, right? And then Austin Meadows, I decided to get him because he just absolutely rakes. Like that's crazy, right? And for 15 mil, so a combined what? 27 plus 21. I mean, what is that? 48 mil for those 3 players for the season. I felt like that's good business right there. So you're looking like this for the rotation with Cavalli. Josiah Gray's in the minor leagues. I forgot his name for a second. This is our bullpen. I felt like it did really, really well last year, and I didn't really like any of the bullpen options that were available this offseason. I felt like this was perfectly fine. We're going to give the closer job to Andres Santana, and this is going to be our lineup. This is a good team. This is a really good team. KJ Harrison's kind of like the one eyesore, if you really want to call it an eyesore, but either way, like this team's kind of nice. I like it. This has been a fun team. Couple new players sprinkled in here, but a lot of the core players are still on the squad. So yeah, what are we ranked? 15th, considering we were like 28th last year. That's a huge jump up, especially with first for contact. So let's do it. I'm at the deadline. I need a closer, or at least a bullpen arm. The Pirates actually have David Bednar on the trade block, so yeah, I'm gonna pick him up. The trade is for Adon. I'm just not using him, and it basically gets the job done, and also the player that we got from the Dodgers. So I'm just gonna throw him in. I'm not gonna use him. I guess I could, because like Isan Diaz isn't really doing well. I guess I could throw in Infante instead. I guess we could do that. I feel like if he's on the block, we're at the deadline. I know relievers have been like their price has been a little bit higher. They've been at a little bit more of a premium lately, but I feel like if he's on the block, he's got one more year of control. So I guess I should have given him a little bit more. Overall, it's a fair trade. It's a fair trade. I'm pretty happy with the trade. Davovich is going to go down. He's just not good. He's just not good. So with that in mind, we've got like this. Actually, no, I'm gonna do this and then leave him here because he's been good. 5 blown saves. I'm gonna stick with him. Pitching's been decent. You know what? I don't hate it. I'm pretty happy with it. I don't want to mess with it too much. Offensively, I'm really happy with the way the lineup's performing as well. Realistically, I could maybe change first base, but at the same time, it's like it's not terrible. I'm going to change first base. Who is getting sent down? Is it Keyboom? Actually, Keyboom's been kind of nice. So Isan Diaz is getting sent down, I think. He can play catcher. I'm going to send him down, though. And the reason I'm going to do that is I'm going to call up our 24-year-old prospect, Pedro Castillo, who we drafted last year. And he's going to play first base for us. So yeah, there's that. And yeah, there we go. All right, so he hits lefties better. So I need to change this lineup a little bit. Lane Thomas has been bad this year. Okay, so that works. So we can go like this, and then Castillo comes in, and then now I need to change this a little bit. I don't really want Brady House leading off, so maybe something like this. Let me go like that. All right, that's the team. Made that one trade. We're 62-47. Yeah, that's it. Let's do it. All right, so our wild card team, kind of what I expected, 91-72. We did have a tiebreaker right here with the Phillies, so I want to see if that was for the second wild card spot. Oh, it was for the second wild card spot. Oh, that's a close one. League leaders, Juan Soto, good to see it. Oh, Moncada was right behind him too. All right, so I'm assuming. Let's take a look here. Third for batting average. We've always had like a high batting average. It's the runs There it is. 5th in runs, 2nd in hits, home runs. I'm a 7th. Oh, runs batted in, 5th. Offense, boom, definitely took a step up. And then when we take a look at pitching now, because that's also been a downside for us, we are about the middle. 14th for ERA. Hits. Where are we for hits? We are at 23rd, so still pretty low. Runs, we are 17th. So pitching, still kind of iffy. Awards, we got reliever of the year. It's a guy we drafted. And then on top of that, a silver slugger. So Ketel Marte beat out Juan Soto. So Juan Soto, why did he not get it? So doubles, home runs, RBIs. Let's see here. I mean, okay. Yeah, I see why he got it. I mean, yeah, it's fair. Ketel Marte. Yep. Okay. Jared Walsh got it on the other side, back-to-back for him. Giolito with the Angels. And then Rodon. Batting title went to Soto. Urias. Wow, 343 for Urias. That's kind of nutty. That's insane. Minter, reliever of the year, along with our reliever, Andres Santana, who absolutely killed it. Vientos and Kirby are your rookies of the year. Okay, I like it. So let me make sure this is not wrong. So it looks like we have Dabovich up. Who offensively, San Diaz got sent down. All right, so maybe we just do this. Send down Dabovich because he was pretty bad throughout the year. I don't think he got sent down. And boom, there we go. All right, let's take a look. Let's see how this team looks. So Cavalli, not bad. Kind of what he did that first year. Not bad at all. Matt Foster, solid, great pickup for us. Tanner Rainey, not ideal. He's also regressing a little bit. You got Ruiz, who was unbelievable. Sean Newcomb kind of sucked. Bednar was great. And then our reliever of the year, I mean, can't ask for much more. I feel like this was a guy that we drafted as a starter. Realized that the stamina was a little low, and I felt like, you know what, let's just throw him in as a reliever. Made him a closer, and boom, there he is. Failed starter turned reliever. What a surprise. That's usually how it works out. Boom, there it is. Herman Marquez was solid. Chris Sale, great pickup for the year. Eflin, Derek Gamble as a rookie. I'll take those numbers. That's not a bad rookie year for a pitcher. I'll take it. I'll take it for sure. And then Morejon. So I definitely think we would need a starter for next year to take over for Eflin. We do have Andy Lara, so we could turn to Andy Lara for sure. We still do have... Where is he? Josiah Gray, for some reason, is in Double-A. And he pitched this year. And he was actually kind of good this year. So, okay, there's that. And then when we take a look at the lineup, with somebody else get sent down? Because we didn't have San Diaz in. Ooh. Oh, the first baseman, Castillo. Lane Thomas, not as good as previous years, which sucks because he still has the same numbers. We've got Stevenson, who kind of took over for what Lane Thomas was doing. De La Rosa got called up instead of... Oh, wow, this is all... Oh, San Diaz. That makes sense, right? I think that would be the only change unless somebody else got... Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so De La Rosa, who's also his potential went up, so I'll take that. And then Riley Adams, and then along with Carter Kieboom, who had like his best year of his career right there. And then we take a look at our starters. Gil is up to an 87. It says he's going down a little bit, or he's on a cold streak. Honestly, we just moved him to the leadoff spot. He's not a leadoff guy, but you know what? I'm pretty happy with his number, so I'll take it. Moncada was a fantastic pickup for us. We got Soto. We got Meadows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, killing it. You got Josh Bell again, killing it. Luis Garcia kind of sucks. Brady House, definitely a sophomore slump. Keibert Ruiz, still garbage. 21 home runs though. So I guess you can work with that. And there we go. That's the team. Not terrible. I definitely want to move him out of this spot. And then maybe do that. Do I really just try Lane Thomas again? I feel like for the postseason, we definitely should try that. All right, let's do that. And we are facing the Padres with Ohtani on the mound. All right. Alrighty. Game 1. Only game. We win it 6-1. All right. I guess I should have taken a look at the Padres lineup, get an idea of what we were going up against. Oh, they brought back Hosmer, and they didn't even play him. They just called him for the postseason. They did get JD Davis. They signed Willy Calhoun. They just took and didn't play him, so they just brought him up for the postseason. Interesting. Okay. Oh, they have Strasburg. They just took everybody that we had. Oh, they've had Strasburg for a few years now. Okay, understandable. Who are we facing now? Dodgers. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's unfortunate, huh? Let's go take a look at what the Dodgers have going on for a lineup. We've got Mondesi. Okay. Pete Alonso. Really? I mean, honestly, though, I feel like this is a lineup we could definitely beat. The pitching doesn't look that great either. I feel pretty good about this. Okay, yeah. So, like I said, I feel pretty good about this series. Like I said, Calhoun closes it out offensively. 11 runs, 13 runs, 13 runs, 6 runs. I mean, the offense is coming to play. We got to face the Braves. And where are the Braves? Where are the Braves? There they are. Kiner Falefa. Okay, yeah, I mean, geez. Olsen, Riley, Winker, Acuna, and Wilson, who's playing with his brother. And Ozzy. I didn't like the way I said playing with him. So anyways, yeah, that's a good team. That's pretty good. Yeah, even their bullpens and pitchers are kind of nutty. Oh boy. I think I gotta keep the same pitching staff. Yeah, let's do it. All right, game 1. It's a win. The loss right there is not ideal, but we advance anyways. So now it's the Tigers. I don't really want Eflin here. Maybe flip them. Maybe go like Gamble, Sale, Calhoun, Eflin, and then we'll take a look at what the Tigers got, and we're good to go. Badu, Castro, Torkelson, Lau, Verdugo, Baez, Ren. That's a good team. That's a good team. Mize, Skubal, Rodriguez, Turnbull. Yeah, that's a team. This one's gonna be tough. Yeah, let's do it. World Series time. Okay, Mize, Marquez. That's a good start. 10-5. The offense is out. 5-3. One more game and we sweep. We're away. All right, what do we got? Maybe a little Expos. Yeah, let's rock the Expos unis. It's raining. We're gonna send out Calhoun. We're gonna send out Calhoun. I've got a good feeling about this. They send out Erod. You know what? We're good. There's no way you hit a home run in Detroit. That doesn't happen. No one hits home runs in Detroit. Like, that's a lie. This game's rigged. Doesn't count. So, Calhoun, I need you to wake up, my guy. You can't be having 3 runs and then a double play for us. They're hitting home runs and we're hitting double plays. Brady House. There we go. Can Calhoun stop giving up hits? That'd be nice. An error gets him to second. And then we do capitalize thanks to Soto. And we're still going. Can't score there. All right, I'm going to take out Calhoun. We're going to go to Cavalli. And it's that guy stealing. Bases are loaded. Thank the Lord we get out of that. 3-2 still. We got to do something here, guys. So, like, we're really not doing the best. A double, lefty double by Akil Badu? That doesn't happen. They have Liam Hendricks. How did I miss that? Please get a hit. Any sort of hits right here would be great. Josh Bell. Thank you. That's what we needed right there. What do we have? Switch, lefty. Let's leave Newcomb in. And a nice 1-2-3 inning. Can we get something going here? We cannot. Okay. Eric Haas kills lefties. Definitely not keeping him in. They bring in Donovan Walton. That's who they thought was going to cause the damage there. Top 10 extras in the World Series. Keibert Ruiz gets on base thanks to another error. What is going on? I might pinch it here. Yeah, I feel like Stevens is probably the right move. Fly out. Nothing happens there. Okay. Single, a strikeout. It's caught stealing. They're getting a little greedy. Come on, a walk. Okay. A double play? Are we serious? A double play? Can we stop doing that? Jermaine Gill, our first draft pick of the rebuild with the 2-run bomb in the top of the 12th. Oh, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Pitching change. Give me the closer. Andres Santana. Can he do the job he does? Look at that. similar to the World Series with the Nationals, where they were the wild card team and ended up winning it against the Astros, right? Right? I think that was the case. Boom, there it is. Austin Meadows, your World Series MVP. Josh Bell is the playoff MVP, and I think that is the place to end it. I mean, that was a good one. That was a fun one. That was a fun one. We got Gamble, who was, you can tell this guy's gonna be nutty. A 20-year-old. I mean, this guy is definitely your future ace. It was unfortunate we couldn't get Lara involved. Couldn't really get Josiah Gray going, but we did get Morejon from a trade. We got Cavalli involved a little bit. You know, the bullpen's a mess. Pitching for the Nationals is a mess right now, so I'm okay completely tearing it down and starting new. Then on top of that, you know, we got Gill, who was a pick. We've got Soto. We've got Josh Bell with the team. Garcia, House, Ruiz, Castillo was a pick. Like, I feel like I'm happy with the way this turned out. This was a lot of fun, and I hope you did enjoy it. And of course, if you did, hit that like button down below. If you're new here, consider hitting subscribe. Of course, in the comment section, get involved. That's about it. Right here is a video. Go check it out. Highly recommend it. I think you'll like it. That's it. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.